We are back in the building. What is going on to my YouTube side, TikTok side? What it do, man? It's been a little while since I've been live, but we've been covering all these breakdowns. You know what I mean? It's a lot of players that we got to cover. Shout out to 22 Warrington. What's good? What is going on? All my peoples. There's so much stuff to talk about, y'all. You know what I mean? There's so much talent on this Dallas Cowboys team. But hey, man, they gotta lock in and prove it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be big. Shout out to Grady. What's up, Grady? Shout out to User. What it do? What it do? Let me see if I got anybody over here on this side. Not yet. Okay. Shout out to Fatty Yak. What's good, man? What is going on? It's so good, man, to see these guys coming in OTAs. I know we're going to have situations where you might not have guys coming in. CeeDee Lamb, you got guys like Micah Parsons, but eventually these guys are going to come in. But the competition is ramped up. You know what I mean? You need that, the gridiron. The thing is, if this team is going to get to where they want to go, you got to make sure you get things right on that offensive line, defensive line, all of that stuff matters. You know what I mean? So if these guys are coming in here in OTAs, if they're getting starter reps, this is what you need, guys. I mean, if these guys can go up against all of these players, the top-notch guys, the Tyler Smiths, you got guys like Terrence Steele. When you're seeing guys like Marshawn Nealon, it's good. You know what I mean? It's that gritty type of stuff that you need when it comes down to the OTAs. Hey, shout out to my man Chris Lone Star. What it do, dog? Hey, listen, man, I ain't been live in a little bit, man. We've been working on all these videos, but we've been pushing, though. We've definitely been pushing. Shout out to my man Mike Autry. What's good, bro? What it do, bro? What's going on with you? All right, my man said the offensive line is going to be ramped up. Big time, man. I think that the offensive line, you got to make sure all of that is right. Guys like Tyler Guyton, I think that with Tyler Guyton's skill set, it's going to be growing pains. But when you do have guys like Micah Parsons, you got guys like DeMarcus Lawrence, it's going to be ramped up. You know what I mean? But I think that, with Will McClay, we trust this guy. You know what I mean? Usually when it comes down to the offensive line, they get things right. But when you see a player like Tyler Guyton, having the long arms, you got big hands, you can get down to the second level quickly. I mean, that it's crazy because, they want guys to play and have that athleticism like a power forward. You know what I'm saying? So if you do have that, athleticism, everything will be good. Hey, shout out to you, RB. What's going on, man? He said, what's good, fam? Dallas Cowboys for life. You already know what it is, man. It's crazy, man, because it's like, so many people are talking. I do see the schedule. And I mean, there's a lot of talent that we're going to be playing. We're playing the Ravens. I had to write it down. The 49ers, the Browns, the Lions, the Texans, the Bengals. I mean, there's a lot of teams that's out there. But if you can be able to win like 3 or 4 of those games from all those hard teams that I just named, this team can still has the talent to be able to go 11-6. Yes, we did have a lot of questions about the free agency, these guys not making any moves and stuff like that. These guys not making any moves, but I think that with the talent that we have, these guys can still go out there and beat beat teams. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to definitely be good to see. He said, Guyton, the next Chaz Green. Hey, chill, man. Nah, man. Can't have none of that, man. You always hating. Every video I make, you always got something to say, dog. You know what I'm saying? Why you got to come over here and give me the press kit? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's definitely going to be good as far as that offensive line. It's going to be definitely ramped up. Hey, shout out to Mike Autry, man. I ain't talked to you in a little bit, bro. He said, working hard, tired, bro. Can't miss the good words. Yeah, big time, man. Yeah, because I haven't been live in a little bit. I am actually working on Kalen Carson. I am working on that film session, so I should be dropping that sometime this weekend. But I am having family over, so I did want to come in here for at least like 25, 30 minutes real quick and tap in with you guys. But, I mean, it's so much talent that this team has. When you're thinking about Tyler Guyton, and then you have guys like Cooper Beebe. I think that this guy can really be special. I think I got him still on here right now. Yeah, man, I'm so excited to see how it all plays out with a guy like Cooper Beebe. But the competition is going to be ramped up. Like when you're thinking about TJ Bass, you're thinking about guys like Brock Hoffman. You don't want to make it easy for this guy. But this guy can be a leader on this team. It's not going to be easy to play that center position because that is the quarterback of the offensive line. You got to make sure everybody's checks are right. You got to get down to the second level, just being that quarterback on the offensive line. So it's going to be a transition for this type of player. But when you see this guy, he's played the left guard position, he's played the left tackle position. I mean, everywhere on the offensive line but the center position. But when you do have that high IQ and you have a good understanding of what everybody's doing on the offensive line, on top of being physical, man, it's fireworks with this type of guy. And like I said, I'm not going to question guys like Will McClay. When you have a gritty type of player that has went against guys like Byron Murphy, you done went up against guys like Tavondre Sweat. What's the other guy? It was another guy that he went up against, but just going up against these guys that's in the NFL, top tier players, I think that this guy is going to be ready. And usually when you do have a good center, it brings the best out of everybody on the offensive line, as well as the quarterback, the running back. You can just open up the whole playbook. You know what I'm saying? You can be able to run in between the tackles and that's when, you know, tight ends and the wide receivers and all those guys can boogie, and that's when play action happens. So you already know what it is. He said he looks ready now. I think he's ready. I definitely do think he's ready now, but I think that with TJ Bass and you got guys like Brock Hoffman, I don't think that those guys are going to just lay down that quickly, because I did like what I saw from TJ Bass on film. He's a really physical player. And they were talking about him playing that center position. I don't know, but playing that guard or center position, having those guys just transition, all of that's going to be important within that interior, man. So it's definitely going to be exciting to see how it all plays out. You know what I'm saying? With that, it's going to be big time. But as far as guys like Brandon Cooks, right? Because I know they were talking about Brandon Cooks, and he did have an interview, and he was talking about how much he was picking up towards the end of the season. I think that, you know, when you're thinking about his skill set and what he can do for the entire offense, it's going to be huge. And the better offense is, you got to have guys that's running 4-4s. You got to have guys that's running 4-3s, guys that can be able to take the top off the defense. I think I still got him on here. Let me see. Yeah, guys that can be able to take the top off the defense and open up everything for the offense. And he was saying that pretty much it was slow towards the beginning of the season, but once he got to the latter part of the season, he started turning up. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that this dude was blowing the charts off, but he was making those impact type of plays, and we're going to need this guy down the stretch. But not only him, we're going to need guys like Jalen Tolbert as well. Give me your thoughts when it comes down to Jalen Tolbert, because, I mean, at this point now, the time is now. There's no more Michael Gallup. You don't have Gallup there anymore. The number 3 wide receiver position is wide open. Number 4 wide receiver position is wide open. So it's time for these guys to go out and boogie. You know what I'm saying? And usually when you do have the athletic type of wide receivers, it brings the best out of Dak Prescott. Guys that can be able to sink their hips when they're getting out of their breaks, the spatial awareness. You can use these guys on jet sweeps. So it's going to be big, you know what I mean? But you got to have those explosive type of wide receivers, because you're going to be going up against the top tier cornerbacks in the league. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. He said Dak might sign with the Raiders. Nah, man, because they want him and willing to pay him. Nah, man, we gonna pay Dak. We definitely gonna pay Dak. It takes time. I know it's been some a crazy situation when it comes down to Dak Prescott, but it's hard to find quarterbacks in this league. But if they don't pay him, then I mean, we'll see how it all plays out. But I think that, you know, with his skill set, what he did last year, they should pay this guy. But at this point now, all of these guys are on 1-year deals, guys. You know what I mean? When you're looking at Mike McCarthy, you're looking at Mike Zimmer, Dak Prescott, and sometimes when teams are on, or players or coaches are on 1-year deals, sometimes those guys ramp up. A lot of these players, they're playing on a rookie year, end of their deal. This is when they turn up. So the time is now for Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? He's had a lot of opportunities. Taking Romo's position, I will always remember that, and played perfect. I mean, this guy literally did not make any mistakes, and being a rookie quarterback coming into the NFL, leading your team to a 13-3 season and getting to the playoffs. I mean, it was fireworks. But at this point now, you've had so much talent. The offensive line, you've had the center, you had the running backs. Zeke Elliott's coming back this year, so no excuses, guys. All right, let's see. Shout out to my man Mike. He said if he can do the same as film on the field, I think we will beat them out. BB for center, my opinion. Yeah. I think that it could possibly happen too, like off the break. But I just want this guy to go out there and earn it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I made a poll. And I said, okay, who do y'all think will make the bigger impact? And I knew a lot of people were going to say Cooper Beebe versus guys like Marshawn Nealon. But, you know, I think that Marshawn Nealon will play a big impact because, I mean, he was a second-round pick, you know, and usually those second-round picks, they try to press it, you know what I mean, and get those guys on the field, you know, if they're not hurting stuff. He said, I really like Jake Ferguson last season. Oh, yeah. Hey, shout out to you, Jeff Holland. I ain't seen you in a little bit, man. Shout out to you. He said, I really like Jake Ferguson last season. Yeah, he really balled out, bro. But I think that, with our type of offense that we're running and how we want to run it, we do want to have two tight ends. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be times where they're going to be they want to run certain type of personnels where, they can play the game of mismatches. So guys like Luke Schoonmaker, I mean, getting injured at this type of time right now, this is a time for guys like Stevens, our rookie tight end. I will be doing a breakdown on the rookie tight end right after I do the Kalen Carson film session that's coming up soon. But a game of mismatches, you know what I mean? And your best ability is availability. So if you ain't out there, then hey, it is what it is. Regardless if you are a second round pick, it does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and go get guys that can make a difference and that can be on the field. You know what I'm saying? So you already know what it is. Hey, shout out to my man Toxic Splendor. What it do, dog? Hey, what it do, man? What's going on, man? Listen, man, I ain't been live, bro. I ain't been live in like 2 weeks, dog. I'm so sorry, but I've been bringing out some good fire content for you guys. You guys are special to me, so I take my time on all of this work so you can see what these guys are doing for the good and for the bad, man. So we got some more fire that's going to be coming all throughout the summer, man, because we don't got no football right now. You know what I'm saying? So I got to turn up. All right. Hey, shout out to B-Bird, man. Hey, man, thank you so much for $1.99, man. It's been a while since I got a super chat, dog. Thank you, man. I appreciate you so much. Cowboys for life, man. You already know what it is, bro. But yeah, man, as far as guys like Marshawn Neal, like he's one of the guys that I am super, super excited about. And I just know that what Mike Zimmer wants out of his players, not getting caught up into how many sacks he had throughout his career, because that doesn't tell the whole story, but just being a physical guy, being able to use his hands and make a difference, being a leader on and off the field. Like, you like the energy when it comes down to this guy, and playing in snow games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to put that on the highlights as well. Like, I want to see a guy going out there and making plays when it's snowing, when it really matters. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need when it comes down to this guy. But being physical, being able to strike, close in, he tackles very, very well. And not saying that it's going to be perfect with this type of player, because you will go through growing pains going up against a lot of these right tackles in the league if they possibly switch him to the other side on the right end, because he's had some work at the right end position coming out of college as well. So if you can get Micah Parsons, if you have this guy blitzing in between A and B gaps, the stuff that he usually always does, you know what I'm saying? Then you can be able to, utilize this guy on the left side, the right side, and just being physical, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these teams, if you can be able to stop the run, I mean, that can be able to, close half of their playbook, because if you can't stop the run, it'll open up everything. And, that's when play action happens, and you don't want things like that to happen. So this was definitely a Mike Zimmer pick, and I'm so excited to see how it all plays out. And they said that he started off good so far in OTA. So that's always good. He probably was giving Chima Adoga fits, and I don't know who else that they had at the right tackle position, but definitely need guys out there that can make a difference, man, for sure. All right. Hey, shout out to my man, The Lunatic, man. Hey, man, thank you so much for the $2, man. He said, kick back and relax at the JC Lounge, man. You already know what it is, bro. You know how we get down. I'm definitely, if anybody want to tap in, man, y'all let me know, man, just to say what's up real quick. I haven't been on here in a little bit, so you guys can definitely tap in. Just give me y'all thoughts on everything, man, the draft and all that good stuff. So just let me know, and then I can send the link right now, just in case if you guys want to tap in with me. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, I sent it. Okay. All right, you said, what's my Cash App? I think I still have, I appreciate you, man. Let me see. I think I still have a banner. Okay, I haven't put it up in a while because I don't, be pressing like that, man. But I really, really appreciate that, dog, a lot. Thank you, bro. But yeah, it's down at the bottom now, bro. Shout out to you, man. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, it says share. Okay, yeah, man. All right, okay. My man said, what's up, bro? How you been? I've been doing good, man. You already know, man. Just grinding, making these videos. I said, what about CD? Oh, man, you already know what CD about to do this year. That dude is about to turn up, man. He's about to be definitely top receiver type of wide receiver this year. You know what I mean? If Dak can continue to keep utilizing this guy, He can run every route in the route tree. And the thing is with this type of player, I mean, the fade routes, the single rock steps, the double rock steps, the drag routes, there's a lot of plays that this guy can be able to make all over the field. So you have to continue to keep utilizing him. And if you do things like that, that's just going to open up everything for guys like Brandon Cooks. I think that Brandon Cooks is capable, in my opinion. I mean, he can be that 900, 800, 900 yard type of receiver, 9-10 touchdowns. And that's very, very effective when you have a guy like a Jake Ferguson, because everybody's not going to be able to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to be able to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? But so if you can be able to do things like that, that'll be good. All right. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, as far as Marshawn Kneeland, I think that, it's going to take some time. He's going to, go through growing pains, going up against a lot of these tackles and stuff like that. But, when you do have a pick like him, that just shows that it's one of those non-sexy picks that I liked. And to be honest with you, like going throughout this draft, guys, I wanted this team to have that non-sexy type of draft. You don't always want to have the flashy type of drafts where it looks good in the regular season. You go get that Lamborghini running back or wide receiver, and you can be able to smoke these guys. I mean, score a lot of points all throughout the regular season. But when you get to the important games, when you're playing against the 49ers or any of those top teams, you fall short because the trenches aren't right. So the guys like Cooper Beebe, you got guys like Marshawn Kneeland, you're doing things like that. You're going out there, you're getting one technique defensive tackles. They are trying to make change. You know what I mean? And it's up to them, though. We'll see if these guys are the right guys. But the pattern that these guys are going right now, as far as going in there, having that non-sexy draft and focusing on the offensive line, you're focusing on the defensive line and doing things like that. Maurice Leafau is another one of those guys. I don't even know if I got my boy. I don't even know if I got my boy on here or not. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see. I think I still got him on here. Okay. I got him on here. Okay, cool. All right, said JC has sent you, bro. Stay up, fam. Okay, thank you. I can't see it because it's not sending me the alert on this phone because I'm on TikTok, but I'm definitely going to check it, man. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thank you so much, bro. But yeah, man, like it's going to be good, man. Like the thing is with me, man, who do y'all think as far as the linebacker position, who is going to turn up this year? And I know, with Maurice Leafau, I think that with him, it'll take some time for him. I don't think that like right off the bat, this guy is going to quickly make an impact. You never know. But the thing is, when you do have guys like Eric Kendricks around, you got a lot of those linebacker coaches. He's already a smart player. And we've heard guys like Mike Zimmer rave about this guy. So it's going to be huge. But the thing is with him playing that linebacker position and being one of the bigger linebackers, being very physical, roaming sideline to sideline, and just having the ability to be able to read and diagnose. This is what we was missing out on last year, man. And I'm so glad that we're at a point now where we don't have no safeties playing linebacker. You know what I'm saying? You don't want things like that, man, because that's how you end up getting washed out of plays. But with this type of player here, athleticism, I mean, in space, he's not the most athletic type of player. But the thing is, if this guy can be able to see it, the sideline to sideline speed, he's fast enough. He's very physical. He does have closing speed, and he's very aware to being able to get to the quarterback. So things like that can be able to shift momentum when we're talking about these big games, guys. You know what I'm saying? And I love to see it. Those non-sexy type of picks, those gritty type of players, man, it's always good. All right, let's see. Hey, shout out to my man Herbert, man. He said Kendricks is the man. Yeah, big time, man. And I think that, with having a guy like Maurice Leafau right next to him, a lot of you guys play football before. So, you got the long hair, you got that swagger. That's the kind of stuff I like to see. You know what I'm saying? Looking like Palomalu out there. Things like that matter. You got the tattoo and stuff like that, man. He's one of those Hawaiian guys. So I think that, those guys are really, really brute strong. So you got to have those tough guys when you get down to the gridiron. You know what I'm saying? So it's good, man. All right, let's see. Hey, shout out to my man, the Dapper, man. What's good with you, dog? He said, JC, great job. Why are these people that live in a box the same ones that wanted Pollard, who benefited from teams of trying to stop our passing game? Now they want Rico, who can't stay healthy. I know, right? I know. But it's wild. It's crazy because I think that Rico, I don't think that Rico is a bum. You know what I mean? I think that Rico could have an impact on his team. Like, he does good things. You know what I'm saying? As long as he can be able to hold on to the ball. I remember throughout the preseason, he was fumbling a couple times. So you're going to have to hold on to the ball when it matters most. That is very important. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely team Zeke. I have so much respect for Zeke and what he has done for the organization. So it seems like this guy has never left. You know what I mean? And when you do have a talent like a Ezekiel Elliott coming in to be a goal line type of player, I don't want to be able to rush this guy back because he is getting older. And, you know, being that type of running back that's getting over 275 carries or however how many that he was getting, you want to make sure that you can be able to lighten things up like that with him. But when you're thinking about Royce Freeman, not sure if this guy is going to make the team, but because he could end up being last year's Ronald Jones. We don't know how that's going to play out. But I think that, you know, when you're thinking guys like Rico Dowdle, he will make his plays, but let's just see how much they utilize him. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that he's going to be out there on the field this year for sure, bro. You know what I mean? But with me, if you can be able to get that offensive line right, just like how we went out there, we got a Tyler Guyton. Let's see how it plays out with him. Cooper Beebe playing that center position. You don't have to have the most flashiest running back out there. You know what I mean? Guys with good vision, guys that's sturdy, you got balance, all of the little things. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you think about, like I can't stand the Washington Commanders, but the thing is, like when they did have Alfred Morris did play for us too at one point. But remember, he wasn't the most athletic guy. And at his peak, I mean, the dude was rushing for over 1,600 yards. So that was based on vision, little things like that. So you don't always got to have the most flashiest running back. Just having an efficient type of guy that can go out there, down in and down out. You can be able to block. You can be tough in the goal line. You can run in between the tackles. That's what you're getting from Ezekiel Elliott, man. Shout out to him, yo. Let's see, man. Okay, my man said the tight end position. Yeah, man. Like, look, it's crazy that people keep on mentioning Luke Schoonmaker. Hey, look, the time is now for bro. You know what I mean? At this point now, Stevens, you got the rookie tight end. We'll see what this guy can be able to do, but you cannot wait for nobody, bro. I wouldn't wait for anybody. All right, let's see. Shout out to the Lunatic. He said wanted to running back. I got a little beer, man. I was drinking some beer, man. What y'all drinking on, man? I mean, it's happy Memorial Day to everybody. I'm going to turn up. I'm probably going to get me some crabs tomorrow. Y'all already know I'm going to have some family over. So after this live stream, we got some cleaning up to do. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, I'm going to be at home, though. You know what I'm saying? Drinking a little bit, you know, editing. You know what I mean? But it's going to be good, though. Definitely going to be good. All right, shout out to Jay Bryan. What's up, bro? What's good with you? All right, my man said wanted a running back at his draft slot, but I like that he loves to hit people as a linebacker. Yeah, man, that's what you need, bro. You got to get those linebackers that can be able to hit people. Now, you're going to be going up against a lot of athletic tight ends. Some of these tight ends, the Lunatic, these guys are running like wide receivers. They're getting out of their breaks quickly. These guys, I mean, they're sinking their hips like wide receivers. These guys are big time. These running backs are very slippery as well. So you gotta watch it when it comes down to like those guys, the tight ends and running backs. So having linebackers that can be able to cover is critical. So that's when guys like DeMarvion Overshown comes in play. You know what I'm saying? So if you do put a Maurice Leofau out there on certain downs and stuff like that in space, I feel better about a guy like DeMarvion Overshown. Glad to hear that this guy has been tacking on weight as well, because he's one of the guys. I don't know if you guys want to see a breakdown of what he did in college. So we, how I do my breakdowns, man. So I can show y'all some stuff of what he did in college. Just let me know. But yeah, man, I'm definitely excited to see all the linebackers that's gonna be lining up. Oh, let me get my boy on here. All right, hey, what's good? What's good? I didn't even see you, man. What's going on, dog?
Yeah, I was having trouble with my phone a little bit, so I had to restart it. So
I know, right, man? Hey, how you feeling, bro, man? How's everything been, brother?
Everything good. I mean, I'm finally, got the surgery over with, back to work, and I'm good to go.
That's good. That's good. I know you're so excited about, the draft picks. Like, let me ask you real quick, like, do you feel good about the non-sexy draft? Were you one of the guys that didn't want to have the sexy draft? You wanted to go out there and go get tough players. Please explain to me, Mike.
I would have liked to have a couple of sexy ones, but when I was, because at first I didn't know how they was going, That was my main thing. I just didn't know how they was going. But when I seen where they was going, of how we was playing against Green Bay, they wanted to get heavier in the trenches. I kind of laid out, but I think we still needed a running back. I know we still got Zeke back, but we still needed that running back. And I think my opinion, I think we still wasted it on that fourth round pick, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. See, the thing is with me, man, that running back position, it's going to be huge. I'm not big on us going out there to go forcefully to go get a running back early on within the draft, because we was looking throughout the mid rounds from the 4th round to 5th round and 6th round, and we saw some good talent out there. But when you got guys like Ezekiel Elliott coming back, as long as they not pressing him, bro, I don't want them to be pressing him. Just if you're going to give Rico the ball, if it's going to be running back by committee, then so be it. But Rico Dowdle is good enough to be able to go out there and make plays. So at this point now, he does have an opportunity to go out there and make a name for himself, because the offense, it'll be shifted towards his skill set. Not just Zeke Elliott, but you will see some plays that's out there that's designed for a Rico Dowdle. So getting this guy in space, I've seen this guy get those screens, just quick plays and stuff like that to get this guy going, bro.
He showed me flashes, but he had 2 years and he didn't really do anything. He could have been Pollard, like the way Pollard was against Zeke, but he just didn't. To me, I don't think he showed enough. If you get what I mean, I know he had moments where he was, but to me, was it him or was it the scheme that they was coming up with?
Yeah,
where they was putting him at. So that's the only thing. We can't really tell that because we're not on the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just don't know. If it was just a scheme that he just couldn't get a hang on or what. And hopefully, when we get this going, because I know it usually takes about about 2 to 3 years to get acclimated into a scheme. When they change it up on you, but.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he can put it together and then show it some more.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. And I think that, with this whole offense as a whole, I just, the running back position, the tight end position, wide receiver position, it's going to be big, And I was talking about guys like Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert has an opportunity of a lifetime. So I think he ended up switching his number. He does got some swagger. He does do a lot of good plays in mini camp, in training camp, underwear Olympics. But the thing is with him, you're going to have to let that shift over to when the games really matter. So when he has his opportunity, it can't be I was overthinking. The time is now. A lot of these guys are going to be on 1-year deals, bro. You know what I'm saying? So they're on 1-year deals. So he's going to have to get things going. So as far as Brandon Cooks, bro, you feel good about Brandon Cooks coming into his second year?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I think this year he'll probably be close to 900 to 1,000 yards. To my opinion, because he didn't start picking up until later in the season. So, and he still got a what was it? 600?
I think so.
It was something like that. But he didn't start getting it, until crunch time. Starting to get deals, and he was dialing it in. When he was getting Cooks. But I think he'd be close to 1,000-yard receiver, or if he don't get it at all, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think he'd be on it.
That's my thing, man. Like, you just got to be confident, man, because when you're thinking about the schedule, it's a lot of teams though, Mike. It's a lot of teams that we're going to be playing. I honestly believe that we have the opportunity to go 11-6. 11-6 is really good. Sometimes they've been 12-5 3 straight years, so you never know. They might get there because it's a lot of talent. People sleep when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys in the regular season, but there's still a lot of talent. But the problem that we had was, not going out there and going to go get players early in free agency, because you want to mix those young dogs that you can be able to draft, that we've always drafted, and you want to go out there and get top-notch veterans. So they didn't do that. They still did the same thing with the bargain shop. They barely did anything this year, but it was good that they went out there to go get Eric Kendricks. But now, at this point, you're going to be playing against the 49ers, a lot of these teams. How you feel about the first game, though? With the Browns? I see, we're going to be ramped
I
up.
love it. I love the mix up because, we always had that, we always do that blowout on the first goal and then they hype us up and all that. And see, I don't want none of that. I want us to go in there and have a true game and see, because to me, I think it's going to be one of the toughest games we're going to start out with, in a long time.
Yeah, big time. I mean, a tough test.
On paper, man, they got the player. Yeah. And I'm just saying that, if to me, it's kind of like us. If they get out of their own way, and they can go even further, you know what I mean?
Yeah, get out their own way. That's what I'm saying. Just lock in, bro. Lock in. Don't get caught up into what the media is talking about. A lot of the 3 and 4 letter networks, I don't even want to hear none of that, bro. Because the thing is, they can't help but to talk about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are the most popular team in all of sports. So just don't get caught into Twitter. Just lock in and just do your job, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, man, just meeting you when me and you went out there to when we went out there to Dallas. I mean, everything is bigger in Texas. So I know a lot of these young players, it's hard for them to be able to, lock in and focus. But there's a lot of players on the Dallas Cowboys right now that get it, you know what I mean? But you have to get it right. You have to get it right when it matters, because at this point now with the Dallas Cowboys, Mike, there are no more excuses, brother.
No, I agree. Yeah. And a lot of people ain't talking about it, but the one that's going to have the most upside, and he's been on the team for a little bit, to me, I think it's going to be Fergie. I think he's going to go even more further on what he has been. I think he's going to wild out.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, and that brings the best out of Dak Prescott. Like, I mean, this guy is one of the most physical tight ends, and it's so good. I mean, if you drafting the guy, towards the end of, I think it was like the 3rd round or something like that, and you can find a guy that can really make a difference like that, it's so good. But I know what this guy can be able to do. Now, I want to see that other tight end, because I know with Mike McCarthy, his type of scheme, what he's trying to do for this offense is a game of mismatches. You want to go out there and go get double tight ends. You got to have guys going up against those safeties, going up against those linebackers that can't cover, because if you can be able to do things like that, it just opens up everything for everyone else. But with Jake Ferguson, bro, I think that this guy is definitely going to have that Pro Bowl type of season. And because I mean, his type of athleticism, I mean, he's going to be one of those guys, fantasy. I don't know if you do fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
You know what I'm saying? That's one of my sneaky players, man. But hey, man, I appreciate you so much for tapping in, man. Yeah. Definitely wanted you to come in, man. You already know, man. We'll definitely be back on soon so you can tap back in.
All right. Peace out, dog.
Man, I appreciate you, Kyle. Righty. Let's see. Okay. All right. Shout out to my man, Lone Star, man. Hey, look, man, you're doing a good job on your videos too, man. I meant to tell you that. I've been watching your videos, bro. You're doing a real good job. Keep up the good work. Consistency is key. Just make sure you keep learning. Just keep learning. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing a really good job, brother. He said they might tell Schoon to redshirt this year if he can't compete. Brevin fits the same mold of a prototypical blocking tight end to compete for that number 2 spot. Yeah, bro. That's why I say, like, with him and Brevin, I mean, he got a lot of film too, bro. Like, I was peeping through and just saying, what this guy can be able to do. So I can't wait to really break that down. You know what I'm saying, with him. It's definitely going to be good. Kalen Carson, that's going to be coming up. I will be breaking that down or making a full-fledged video. I just got to edit, a lot of editing I have to do. So I should be dropping that within the next couple of the days. So you guys be on the lookout for that. But tight end position is going to be ramped up. You know what I mean? You got to have guys out there. Luke Schoonmaker. I thought that, this guy will eventually get things going, but sometimes that injury bug, man, can bite you, bro. So you got to make sure that you're on top of things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be big time. You know what I'm saying? So just making sure everybody's staying healthy. Guys like Tyler Guyton, there's going to be times where, when you have guys like Micah Parsons there, that can be one of the guys that can be able to get you ready for guys like Myles Garrett or any of the guys that you're going to be going up against, the Ravens, any of those guys. But, got a lot of respect. Let me see. Got a lot of respect for Micah Parsons and what he can be able to do for all of these offensive linemen, the Terrence Steeles, even the Tyler Smiths as well. So it's going to be, like I said, some growing pains with this guy, but I think that once this guy can be able to get going, when you have guys like Zach Martin on the offensive line with you, when you have Tyler Smith inside on the offensive line with you as well is just going to bring out a better player when it comes down to a guy like Tyler Guyton. Because, man, I'm telling you, like when you do have an athletic guy that can be able to move and just, get his hands on guys, you know what I mean? It's going to be big. It's going to definitely be big time. All right, let's see, man. Shout out to my man. Shout out to Michelle. What's up, Michelle? Shout out to you. First time seeing you. He said he got hurt in politics. They were paying Tony, trying to get their money's worth. What are you talking about? I can't even remember. My bad. Yeah. What are you talking about? All right, stop trolling, Eastside. Stop trolling, man. You can't be in here trolling, man. All right. But yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be good, man. I'm so excited. You guys make sure y'all tap in with me though, because we're going to be going live with my guy Jay Tuck sometime next week. So you guys got to tap into that. That's going to definitely be good. Jay Tuck, Rome, and my man DMV Fanatics, man. Those are my guys right there. So you guys make sure y'all tap in with me. I think it's going to be either Wednesday or Thursday. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else? Okay. Let me see something real quick. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was talking about him my last live stream, Rogers, and he was one of the guys, man. I mean, he went to Kentucky. I will be doing film on him as well. Another one of those big space eaters. Not saying that this guy was like completely dominant, but if you can have guys that can be able to get in the way, you know what I mean? And with Mozzie Smith, hopefully he can be able to come back and see how, because he's going through that injury that he's going through right now. But you want to continue to keep on bringing in those big boys, those trash can guys that can be space eaters and allow your linebackers to roam. It's going to be good to see that defensive tackle position because, I mean, with Mike Zimmer's type of defense, he want to have those big boys in there. And if you can have a guy that can be able to allow your linebackers to be effective, your safeties to be able to go out there, close in and make plays, it's just going to make everybody better on the defense. So defensive tackle position, the 3 technique, the 1 technique, and the defensive ends with the Marshawn Nealons, a lot of those guys on that defensive line. I'm going to be looking at that once we get down to the training camp. Like I know what CeeDee Lamb can do. I've seen Brandon Cooks, a lot of these guys, a lot of the skill position players, but that offensive line with Cooper Beebe going up against all of these defensive tackles going up against Zach Martin, that's what I'm going to be locked in and focusing on because I know that if these guys can be able to get the trenches right, that's how you can be able to separate yourselves when games really matter most. But it's going to be big. It's going to definitely be big, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Definitely going to be big. You know what I mean? But with my man was talking about Royce Freeman. We'll see when it comes down to Royce Freeman. You know what I mean? I think that with his skill set is, running in between the tackles, not the most athletic guy, but if he's going to make this team, he's going to have to pick up early on within training camp, mini camp. He's going to have to go out there and make some plays. You know what I'm saying? But I think that, Pete, a lot of the running backs that we got out there, as well as guys like Ezekiel Elliott, just going out there and just doing his thing, not overusing this guy. He will be number 15. That's a little bit different for me, man. I'm used to him being number 21, but, being that college number, just having a second chance to play for the Dallas Cowboys, sometimes you want to just switch that swag up, switch that energy. And as long as they just don't just run this guy to the ground and just use him effectively, I think that, this guy can end up having a good season. You know what I'm saying? And with his physicality and what he can be able to do in between the tackles, the goal line, he can catch the ball too as well. I seen him catching the ball more when he was playing with the Patriots. Their type of offense, they require for your running back to be able to catch balls and stuff like that. So he can catch. And I think that you can be able to utilize him, utilize the skill set in that kind of way and stuff like that, as well as guys like Rico Dowdle. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see. He said center position is going to be ramped up. Yeah, man, center position definitely going to be ramped up. Yeah, definitely going to be ramped up. Yeah, one game that is so funny because I see that we're going to be playing the Bengals. That's one of the games, the Texans game. Yeah, Eastside, man, you be hating like crazy, but that's going to be a good game because they do got some talent over there. But I just think that, if Dallas Cowboys can play our brand of football, we can be able to beat any of these teams that we line against. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers, that's one of the teams that we're going to have to get that hurdle, man. And I think that it's more about the coaches when you're playing against the 49ers. I think that, we have the players to be able to match up against these guys, but not only are the players are going to have to do their thing on the field, but the coaches, they're going to have to prepare. You don't want to have situations where, if you got guys and you're playing either man coverage all throughout the year and you're switching up in the most important times, or if you're playing zone coverage all throughout the year, vice versa, you want to make sure that you stick with the script, don't get cute, and don't have your players playing out of position. You know what I'm saying? Doing little things, bigger linebackers, man. I think that if they can be able to get things right like that, I think that, Mike Zimmer could be able to get these guys going. All right. Yeah, I think I covered on everything though, man. Let's see. Say what's up, bang bang, not a game. Man, I see you, dog. Y'all be coming in here, man. Y'all be giving me problems, man. But shout out to you though. It's gonna be good though, man. But I definitely appreciate y'all. I definitely wanted to come in here and tap in just to see what you guys were up to. And we will be back. We definitely will be back next week for a show with my man Rome, J Tuck, and my guy DMV. It's gonna be a very, very good show, very, very informative. So got some things to talk about. And I appreciate y'all so much, man. Yeah. All right. What's good, dog? What's good? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody at TikTok side, man. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Gone.